2413 is my alignment for today's class of market steers. I started today's class with 2 and 4, and they were the bigger bodied, more capacious steers that were more consistent with their spread of finish. And 1 and 3 that were the lower performing steers that attained less advantage of finish and were coarser fronted. Yes, my class winner could have been wider from stifle to stifle when viewed from the rear, but he still makes his way to the top of today's class. In my beginning pair, the yellow halter 2 places over 4, as he was a larger outline steer that was more consistent with the spread of finish, thicker and wider over his rib shape, and carried this advantage into his rear portion of his quarter. Yet I understand 4 blended more smoothly from front to rear and was wider, more thicker over his rear quarter, but he was straighter down. He was straighter down through his rear legs when viewed from the side and from the rear, and tighter up to his flank. Moving on to my center pair, the larger outline 4 places over 1, as he was a furrier moving wheeling steer with more animation in his hips, hocks, and pasterns, allowing him to carry a more fluid stride, and was wider in his ribs. I admit 1 was a more muscular carcass steer that would sell higher premiums on a lean value basis, but he was more constricted in his frame size and attained a smaller, more steeper angulation to his shoulder. Finally, in my ending pair, the cleaner necked 1 places over 3, as he was more correctly turned over his top, sharper in his loin edge, and wider through his chest floor, and in his lower 1/3, more specifically in his flank, and carried his stifle muscle tied farther down into his leg. Nevertheless, I concede 3, the stouter featured steer, was longer bodied and more muscular and eye appealing when viewed on the profile, but he makes his way last in today's class, as he is plainer down his top, smaller at the base, and consequently should hang the least amount of cuttability when taken to the rail. Thank you.